1v1s are just really, really fun because it is a 1v1 battle. You know, there's no outside, there's no jungle, there's no like other laners roaming on you. It's just a 1v1, and it's also a lot about strategy and preparation. What champion are you gonna pick? How are you gonna play this champion? And there's just a lot more going into it than just one player facing another. There's a lot of knowledge.
Welcome back, everybody. As we speak, Team Fire's jungler Karsa is getting ready to go one-on-one with the LPL's Clearlove for Team Ice. As reminder, in this 1v1 tournament, you will duel until you get the kill on your enemy 100 CS or you get the tower to die, and the points are awarded to the top 4 in the end, with 150 points for number 1. Let's take a look at the bracket to see the matchups that we've got here today. We had a lot yesterday, now we're into the round of 16, starting off with Karsa Clearlove, and then, well, good things possible for Fire to make up a lot of points here.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, they're guaranteed one player in quarterfinals because Prey and Madlife are playing each other. Otherwise, it's like Bjergsen, can he beat Kira, can Karsa take down Clearlove, and suddenly Fire can have a lot of people going into the quarterfinal. We just have to see who adapts the best, because we saw so many games yesterday, and it was like everyone tried to adapt later on. They realized that Grasp of the Undying was very strong, and playing AP champions is very difficult because of like Hexstring and so on for these AD carries. So maybe we're going to see more AD carries now and less AP.
It's kind of the optimal way to win the game is going for the 100 CS rather than going for the more exciting, more risky way of actually killing your opponent, which is a lot of Grasp of the Undying.
I think that trading is undervalued in this 1v1s. Like trading and pushing is more worth than actual all-inning, because all-inning is so risky because you're going into his minions, and then it's like just up to...
The first few wave of minions tells a lot about who's going to win.
The one that gets level 2 is usually the one who gets a push going, and then he gets like the minion lead, and he forces the opponent to, at some point, have to trade badly, and then he wins from there. Even in like Karsing's matches, he was losing higher in the CS department and the HP department, but his opponent got greedy and went for an all-in and got a tower shot. Same thing for it. That sucks.
He was all playing by Kasing, by the way. We talked to him after. He showed us the replay a few times when we called him out.
His coach is right here.
Obviously, the coach showed the replay.
This is where I bait him in.
It's the same thing. He got a bit behind on early HP and pushing against the score, and then he baited him into the minions, got exhaust, the stun off, and then...
Yeah, the mental games, debating, we'll see what happens. And as we head outside to the 1v1 arena, let's take a listen to some of the mind games our pros bring to the Howling Abyss.
I can't play AD champion, so I must choose you, unfortunately.
Oh.
You'll battle Bjergsen for the mechanical test.
At 1v1 tournament, I played versus Malzahar.
Oh, really?
Yep. I have 100% win rate.
Oh, no.
So you know he lost.
Oh, no. I'm already tilted.
Will you take Flash? Flash
no.
and Ignite?
No.
Why?
It's secret. You want to take the snowball thing, like you throw and then you like jump to them?
No. That's so true.
Very fun.
Hey, ban wisely, dude.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. I want to play a Lowy.
Yeah.
Same, to be honest.
I made it. I made CLG. Woo! Dude, I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, does Volibear do magic damage?
Wait. I don't know. You tell me, D. You tell me, man. Dude, I'm not trolling. I'm actually tryouting, okay?
I should have banned Volibear, dude.
Now, we've had our fun. We've had 5v5 regional matches. We've had marksman mode, and all of that is well and good. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get down to business. Now, 30 men entered and only 16 remain. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2015 All-Star 1v1 Tournament! Now, we went over this yesterday, but just a quick reminder, we do have a set of guys preparing for their match while the current game is underway, so do me a favor, ignore them while the game is taking place. And now it's that time to meet our first two contenders that will be taking center stage on the Howling Abyss. First up, on the blue side for Team Ice, hot off his command, we are backwards right now. Boom, starting over here, my bad, on the blue side for Team Fire, hot off his commanding victory against BYE in the first round, the deadliest jungler in the LMS Summer Split, it's Karsa! And his opponent on the red side for Team Ice with a win over the world's MVP under his belt. Give it up for Clearlove! All right, gentlemen, lock and load. It's time to go.
Thank you, Dash. Hello, everyone. I'm Richard Polscam, and joining me to call day 2 of the 1v1s is James Stress O'Leary, my partner in crime from the EU Challenger Series. Man, am I hyped to get into this game.
I'm super hyped too, Pulse. It's now the round of 16. This is where at IWCA we really started to see some of the meta develop a little bit more, see just who was paying attention to the 1v1s and didn't just kind of stumble their way through the first game. So I'm looking forward to this one. We haven't seen Karsa play yet, but Clearlove yesterday came out with the brand. I tried to cheese you with brand. It didn't work for me.
No.
It worked really well for Clearlove, though.
Yes, it did. And basically, from what we learned, you just pick Heimer into it, and then you cheese back. But no, it was super good. He played up against Lissandra, and Lissandra didn't really do too much, kind of just queued the wave, and then Brand just went for the damage. We're going to see what he's going to go for here. Karsa coming in with the Kindred ban first off. So pretty standard from what we've seen so far, Stress.
Yeah, very, very standard. So for 1 versus 1, you get 3 bans each, and then it's blind pick. So for those of you that this is the first 1v1s you're tuning into, that is exactly what is going on. Sometimes we get serious bans, sometimes we get team bans, just like the CLG you heard Amazing talking about. So bit of a slow start on the bans. Karsa's trying to feel things out. Clearlove does not want to deal with the Draven this early on himself. We saw a couple of Draven bans yesterday, actually.
Yeah, and we also saw Bjergsen play it. Actually did really well. He went all in on the level 1 and then hit the level 2, immediately went in with the standard side with the E, got the knock aside. Very difficult to play against. That's going to be taken away. Caitlyn comes out as the next ban coming in from Karsa, and then Kalista from Clearlove. Now there's 10 Ice players remaining, 6 Fire players remaining. And in this one, it will be Fire versus Ice. But as we get later on, there's a double Fire, which will be Prey and Mad Life. And then Rookie and Lex will be Ice and Ice. So right now, Fire not looking super good compared to Ice.
Not right now, but there's still a lot of time. But speaking of time, these players are using pretty much all of the time for their bans. Pretty surprising, actually. I would have expected them to come out all guns blazing here, and all guns are off the table because it's pretty much all 80 carries that have been banned apart from that Lulu. And I was going to say the bans aren't surprising, but Ziggs, that is surprising in this kind of matchup.
Yeah, it's super interesting because remember on the first day, everyone's like, the junglers are going to be crap in these 1v1s, and then he comes out, dunks Marin in 1v1 with Brand and Lissandra, busts out the Ziggs in this 1v1, Clearlove making a name for the junglers so far, and there's that Ezreal locked in as well.
It is Ezreal locked in. We saw a couple of games from Ezreal. Huni did not do too well yesterday into Kalista, but I want to go back to that Clearlove versus Marin matchup. That was the MVP of Worlds, getting taken down 1 versus 1 by a jungler. Junglers had almost no success in IWCA outside of Carbon, so I'm excited to see what Clearlove will bring to this. Yes, he's going to have a lot of trading potential with the auto attacks very early on. The short fuse passive from Ziggs is going to be able to deal a significant amount of damage, get that early push going, and I feel that that might be the angle that Clearlove's trying to take here.
Yeah, but versus of the Ezreal as well, I'm really interested to see how this works because we saw Huni bring it out. He went for Further of Battle, didn't do so well, went for the level 2 all-in. What mastery does he go for? Because of course you can also go for Grasp, which are the 2 major ones coming in for Ezreal. Maybe he'll go OP and go for Thunderlords for the extra burst. But so far from all the Ezreals we've seen, it's been uninspiring. We saw Latam in the IWCA bring out the Ezreals. Saw Huni did it. Not seeing success just yet. Maybe Karsa can bring something out here.
Maybe. I'm looking forward to it. Our first 1v1 of the round of 16 here.
Get hype. Karsa going onto the Rift has started with the Doran's Blade. And of course, Ziggs will go with the Doran's Ring. And I thought maybe he would have gone for the Blade himself, for the auto attack damage, but hasn't done so quite yet. Gone for Biscuits, so we know he's gone down the middle tree.
He has got a lot of AP right now. Set at 41 here, so he's pretty much going, I'm just going to hit you with as many bombs as I can throw at you to begin this matchup. So Clearlove not opting for that AD, just gonna, utilize that passive early on. And the one thing that AP Ziggs will do just as well is push waves. He's gonna be more reliant on his mana. But, for this situation, it's so important to get that level 2. It's the 7th minion of the game will get you level 2. So the first minion off that second wave will get you an early level 2. We'll see how Karsa can kind of combat the push here from Ziggs.
Yeah, so far neither players are actually pressuring these minions too hard, and it's it's just the auto attacks and bombs coming out from Clearlove. So they're actually pushing the wave and trying to get that level 2 immediately. So they're going to be a little more defensive in this 1v1. Bit of housekeeping as well. Needs to keep track of those summoner spells. Got the Ignite and Flash coming in from Karsa. So Flash on Ezreal as well. Typically don't see that many people go for Flash, especially on Ezreal, who already has the Arcane Shift on E, but maybe he's trying to outplay the Ziggs with some of the skill shots, because everything is skill shot based. If you're in the middle of the ultimate as well, you should be able to Arcane Shift into Flash to get out of all the damage.
Yes, and you know, it's not only summoners that we need to keep track of, it's also the masteries. Clearlove has opted for the Thunderlords here as well. So Grasp of the Undying on Karsa for that added sustain. Clearlove is going for that more damage. So if he can get multiple auto attacks off in this rotation, if he can get Karsa onto the Hextech minefield, that Thunderlords should proc fairly quickly.
Yeah, so actually Ezreal into Ziggs isn't too bad, because you can skirt around all of the skill shots, you can Arcane Shift out of it. So if he knew that Clearlove was actually, you know, prepping this into the game, then this is super smart. But okay, so Grass going on to Karsa means that I'll proc on the Q as well. Didn't see that from Huni, he went for Fervor, then went for the all-in. So this type of playstyle, you're trying to stay in combat by hitting the minions and then hit them with the Q.
And you can see these two trading off fairly evenly right now, but the cannon being alive for Karsa is going to now push his wave towards Clearlove ever so slightly, about 2 minions in it on this push. That means Karsa is just going to be able to just creep Clearlove further back, and try and get Clearlove to get that minion aggro, because the minions are one of the really big things that you have to control very well on this map. If you can get the ranged minions to aggro onto your opponents by them stepping forward and auto-attacking you, it really turns around trades significantly.
Yeah, but it's very hard for that to happen in this matchup when both of them are so long range. Ezreal, if he feels under pressure, will farm at range with the Q, as you saw there. Clearlove has super long range on the bombs, so even when you're going for these auto-attacks, maybe the melee minions will aggro you, but then you just run away.
Yeah, exactly. Melee minions you just don't really care about. The other thing here is you can see it's so difficult for an Ezreal to deal with the counter push that comes from a Ziggs. As soon as it starts pushing in towards him, 1Q onto the ranged minions deals enough damage to pretty much equalize the push, and now it's in Clearlove's favor, as Karsa and Clearlove just back and forth on this very, very intensive minion pushing this far early on in this match.
So to start talking about the spell usage as well and what they're skilling up, Karsa has only gone for Q and E, hasn't put anything in W at all, which is a little bit curious, because I've seen every single Ezreal do that so far and actually put a point in W, because you can actually go over the minions. Right now, Karsa is finding it very difficult to connect the Mystic shots because they stop on minions. W does not, and Karsa actually gets bounced into his Relic. Will take a bit of damage from Clearlove as well.
And that's a massive amount of damage there. The key thing to watch in that is not only was he taking damage from the abilities, the spells, but that cannon creep from the wave deals so much damage. It's about comparable to a champion auto attack. So as soon as you introduce that into the mix, Clearlove should be able to favorably trade against Karsa time and time again, and you can see he burns the health potion from it.
Yeah, Clearlove getting a lot of value from getting the CS as well, because it will give him the extra mana. He used all of his mana to go for that combo on Karsa. Now he's able to get a bit of it back. And that is the optimal, basically, the optimal way to throw out skill shots. If you can hit the minions and also hit the opposing champion, you win. You control the wave and you kill them.
You don't win yet, Pulse. 100 minions, the kill or the tower, that's how you actually win. But I like it. It's one of those steps towards
It's getting there. The journey, man.
It is. And the journey sometimes is where all of the intense play comes from. We saw Froggen versus Faker just get really late on with the minion pushing. Very micro-intensive little trades. And here's a trade for you between Clearlove and Karsa, but not a lot of minions around, so both of them are fairly confident in just trading back and forth.
Yeah, so far they're literally just trading. So when they go back to base, I'll be interested to see what they pick up, because so far we've seen a lot of AD carries go for Hex Drinker into AP to go for those all-ins. Level 6 hit by both of the, I want to say mid laners, and I guess it technically is the mid lane, but both of them are now actually going for a trade. Karsa going up against these minions, but taking so much damage from both the cannon minion and that stray caster creep. Goes for the relic, goes for the all-in as well. Clearlove dropping low, the barrier has been popped. Both ignites go down. Karsa tries to cut the vision, incredibly low. Karsa doesn't have the mana.
He can't get it!
We'll go for the relic.
And now the mana is in favor of Clearlove. Karsa just wasn't quite in range for the auto attack. I love what Clearlove was trying to do there. Uses the ultimate early to push the minions, force Karsa away from the health relic, and try and control the map for himself. He had the cannon minion in the wave. It aggroed onto Karsa very, very close. And Clearlove, he missed a bouncing bomb. It was point blank and it kind of just dropped at his feet like just a marble rolling along the floor was not enough. And Clearlove, at this point, all of the summoners have been used on the map. Clearlove recalls for a very cost-efficient item on 1 versus 1. Catalyst the Protector. Not only do you get the tanky stats, not only do you get the extra mana, but on the level up, the regeneration effect that you get, the health, the mana bag is so good.
Yeah, now he wins the sustain game up against Karsa. Before we've seen double Catalyst picked up in the Froggen versus the Anivia matchup with Froggen Faker. We saw both of them pick up Catalyst at the same time. That was very important. This time we have AD AP matchup where the Serrated Dirt comes out. So we'll be looking for more of those trades versus Clearlove and try and chunk it down earlier, because if you get into a sustain fight, Clearlove's going to win with the Catalyst.
And this game has been pretty close. It's been back and forth on the CS difference since the beginning of the game, as Karsa didn't get a lot of damage off at first.
Yeah, he's still following up onto Clearlove. Will get the Relic, but is in range to continue getting hit by these Mystic shots. That is where Karsa can reign supreme in this 1v1 matchup. When there's no minions to block those Qs, there's nothing Clearlove can really do apart from waddle away and take damage.
However, at this point, it's the mana you also have to look at. Karsa goes behind the minion wave.
Yeah, he doesn't have any mana to really follow up here and also use the Arcane Shift, so he's not going to be going any further on this one. And Clearlove will have to use the ultimate literally just to clear the wave and go back.
And I like it. He's maintaining the CS lead that he has here. 74 CS to 65. He's finally managed to open up quite a large window here, and Karsa trying to recall outside of vision. Clearlove doesn't know he's there, but there's too many minions.
Yeah, I like that from Clearlove. Immediately places down the ward, gets vision of Karsa, stop the recall. Who does that really benefit? Clearlove does want to keep him in lane because he'll have the sustain. Also on his side of the map, we'll have the Relic soon.
Not only that, but he has the push. He's forcing Karsa to lose minions time and time again by holding him here. 80 CS to 68. This gap is going up every single way.
And Karsa doesn't have anything in his items or anything in his kit to keep his mana up right now. He's really just trying to get the damage down. And when we saw him push Clearlove to the tower, that was his biggest chance really to get something going. Now Clearlove has forced Karsa to stay. This is so difficult. And we're starting to approach 100 minions as well. Karsa will dive after Clearlove, try and get some extra damage down. He really needs this Relic. Oh! Knocks him out of range. The tower shot as well. And the first blood goes to Clearlove.
Really well played by Clearlove. That's one of the drawbacks of playing Ezreal for Karsa, is to get most of your damage, you have to bypass the minion wave, go past the range creeps, and there was really nothing Karsa could do. He had to try and do something here, and you can see, watch for that satchel charge. Brilliant placement. Knocks Karsa away. Clearlove, that right there was a great 1v1
That was so sick. Both gets the tower shot and the Relic, read the situation perfectly, knew he drew him into the situation where Karsa had to go in for the trades, had to grind him out, and it didn't happen, and that was so well played by Clearlove. And who said junglers aren't going to be good in this 1v1s?
I did. I was wrong. Me
too, actually,
Clearlove
honestly.
actually is doing a really good job. He's come
Yeah.
out with 2 picks that nobody else is playing. First, he brings the brand, and pretty much all in Lissandra manages to get Mara. Now he brings out a Ziggs, controls the map wonderfully, brings Karsa into danger, and really shuts him down. That was a great 1 versus 1.
That was fantastic to start these off. We've got another 3 to go as well. I'm so excited for this. We have Kira Bjergsen up later as well. Mad Life and Prey should be exciting. Rookie and Lex will be closing it out. So many good matchups to come.
Yeah, so many good matchups. And, you talked about Kira and Bjergsen. That's actually our next matchup, Ross. I cannot wait for that one.
My boy Kira, he's going to come out. He's going to take the 1v1. This will be the real test, though. He faced Darius before. It was a difficult matchup in the IWCA. Literally unstoppable.
Right. We've been talking about it a lot. I think it's about time. Let's head down to Riftside and get our players introduced.